I love sailing, period. The thing that I love about this as an adaptive sport is once you got your sailor in and ready, it's freedom. Hi, I'm Dale Burchby. I'm a member of the class of 1974. We're in San Diego. We're on Harbor Island, which is in the main San Diego Bay, with the organization Challenge Sailors San Diego. And what we do as an organization is we sail with sailors that have disabilities. The boats that we're on were specifically designed for adaptive sailing. And so the single sailor in the front can reach all the controls. We use a joystick instead of a tiller, which is different from a sailboat, but all the controls for all the sails come together right there. As the companion sailor, I sit in the back of the boat, all of us companions do. We can reach over our sailor if we need to grab something. Some of them may not have much upper body strength, so sometimes we help pull in the lines. And I can reach back and steer if I need to. So a lot of times I don't touch the helm the whole time, but I can take a complete non-sailor out for a sailboat ride, even with me sitting in the back if we want to. If you can even bump a joystick, you can steer the boat and trim the sails. And for folks that are more disabled than that, we can operate that power assist unit with breath tubes. So if you can sip and puff on a breath tube, you can be in total control of the boat. I retired in the spring of 2018, and a close friend of mine on the block who has done volunteering with other adaptive sports activities knew of my sailing interest and said, "You ought to look into this. I think you might match." And it just worked from the start. It's the opportunity to sail, the opportunity to give back, help people do the kinds of things I was talking about as far as getting out of a wheelchair.
I get to go sailing, something I never did before. It is exciting being out on the water, just enjoying the scenery, and hopefully a lot of wind will be there. That makes it a lot of fun.
Every day is kind of different. We have some regulars, we have some folks that only show up as part of a group. We coordinate with Wounded Warriors, and paralyzed veterans are just other groups that want an outing for folks that have disabilities. On a day where we have 6 or 7 people out in the boats, we may have 20 people involved because you've got a companion sailor behind each of those. You've got somebody who's a dock lead. You've got 2 or 3 people on dock support, so they're launching and catching the boats when they come back in. So it takes, and it's all volunteer effort. So it's a lot of effort by some really nice folks. And I've been really struck by, just to a person, how caring and careful the whole team is. I mean, the #1 focus is safety, of course, but whatever the sailor's disability might be, how do you accommodate it? Some folks can crawl into the boat themselves. We have some folks who've had like traumatic brain injuries and all that. They're physically able as far as just, strength, upper body strength. We have other folks who've been sailing a long time, but have some limitation on what they can do. And so you have to adapt to that, and everybody listens, pays attention. If it takes an extra 20 minutes to put the power assist unit on and to strap somebody in and get them strapped because they can't hold themselves upright, but they can use the joystick. People just do what it takes, and just the caring and the dedication of the volunteers has been really inspirational to be a part of. We also do participate in regattas. It happens we got about 3 lined up in the next 3 months, but at least several times a year we go out and from a couple different points in San Diego Bay here, participate in regattas among ourselves. We have some folks who don't like racing at all. We have some of the type A folks who only want to race and don't want to go out and just putter around, so it kind of suits different personalities. We got folks like me in the middle who just love to sail. I'm pretty much in the middle of the fleet, maybe, in terms of racing, razor edge racing, but we have a good time. The single word that always hits home with me, and a lot of our sailors use it in reaction to being out, is freedom. We have one young lady who only started sailing with us recently and doesn't have really that much background sailing, but she's got a lot of background in a wheelchair. And And her exact words were, I realized when I was out there, when I'm sailing, I'm not disabled, it's freedom. And that you experience that whether you live the rest of your life in a wheelchair or whether you walk around, without any disabilities bothering you. And the range of disabilities that we accommodate particularly impresses me. So giving people the opportunity to experience sailing and being able to facilitate them doing the things we're doing to enable that magic moment or that magic hour or two on the water.
It's a great program, and the people here are wonderful too. They make me feel welcome, and I have gained friendship by being here as well.